Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to week 14 of Math for Grades 1st and 2nd grade. Today, we will be focusing on representing whole numbers up to 1,200 using concrete and pictorial models. Thank you for joining in with us today. I am Mrs. Ward, a 1st grade / kindergarten teacher for HISD and also one of HISD's Mint teacher leaders. For today's lesson, boys and girls, you're going to need your pencil, paper, a positive attitude. We will go through our introduction, our warm-up and vocabulary, talk about our number of the day, and dive into our math lesson. Of course, you know, boys and girls, we are still faced with COVID right now, so we want to make sure we're taking safe measures. So that's why you see Miss Ward has her mask nearby. Right now, I am in the room by myself, but just in case someone enters, I do have my mask on. And can you tell what holiday we are getting ready for? That's right, we are getting ready for the winter holiday. So, boys and girls, we're going to jump into today's lesson, and we will be going through representing numbers up to 1,200 using concrete and pictorial models. We will be talking about standard word and expanded forms. For our warm-up today, boys and girls, we're going to be reviewing our numbers using our 100 chart. This chart is actually going to go up to 120. You will see the numbers highlight on your screen, and as they are highlighted, I want you to say them along with me. Of course, you know you can feel free to stand up, move your arms, do some shoulder rolls as you say your numbers, arm rolls, any kind of movement to get your body up and moving, your blood flowing. Come on, let's go. Ready? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Those highlights were going so fast, boys and girls, Miss Ward could not keep up. Were you able to keep up? Did you finish before that video finished? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Great work identifying those numbers. Recognizing and identifying our numbers, being able to count to 120 is going to help us in our place value lesson for today. In today's math lesson, boys and girls, you will hear me using some vocabulary, words like compose. Compose means to put a number together. Decompose. Decompose means to break the number apart. Expanded form. Expanded form is when we add the value of each digit in the number. You will hear the word digit. Digit is just another name or word for number. And word form. Word form means you write a number using only words. Our number for today, boys and girls, is going to be 337. That means on your paper, you're going to write the number 337 at the top. We write the number 337 with the digits 3, 3, and 7, and you're going to show me all the different ways you know to represent 337. It might be an addition sentence, a number sentence. It might be expanded form, money. It might be a word problem. Any way that you can think of to represent the number 337. Do you have your paper, your pencil? Are you ready? Let's jump in. Miss Ward has put up the timer, and you're going to have 2 minutes to complete this activity. For our number of the day, you're going to spend the next 2 minutes showing me all the ways that you can represent 337. Are you ready? You can do it. That timer is starting now. Don't forget all those wonderful ways we said. Expanded form. Use place value blocks to show me the number 337. Money. I see somebody using subtraction. You can use subtraction to show the number 337. What other ways can you think of? Did you show it on a number line? What about 10 more or 10 less? What about 100 more or 100 less? You can do it. You're doing great work, but don't stop now. Don't give up. You can do it. You have 40 seconds left. Come up with all the ways you can think of to show the number 337. 20 seconds. Don't stop writing now. Think of just a few more. Only 10 seconds left. You can do it. And boys and girls, you know what that sound means? That sound means that our time is up. So let's look at some of the ways that we could have shown the number 337. Here on my screen, you see that I showed 337 in word form. So I wrote 337. I also did a number sentence, and this number sentence is actually using expanded form to show the number. It says 300 plus 30 plus 7, and it should say equals 337. So what it's going to try to squeeze a 3 in. Ta-da! Equals 337. And 10 less, 337 minus 10 equals 327. And lastly, I showed you in standard form. Miss Word used those place value blocks to represent the number 337. So you see 300s, 100, 200, 300, 310s, 310, 320, 330, and 7 ones. 331, 32, 333, 334, 335, 336, 337. And I'm sure there was a lot more ways that you could have shown on your paper. This was just a few of the ways that Miss Ward chose to represent the number 337 for you. And if you look here, we have place value blocks. This is a place value review. This is showing you all the different ways that you can represent the number using place value blocks. So here we see the first block is representing ones. This little box is a 1, and this is how we could draw it as a picture, just with a little dot. Here, this place value block is representing the tens, or you could just draw a stick to represent tens, and we know that it takes 10 ones to make 1 10. Here we have our 100 place value block, or you could draw a square to represent the hundreds, and we know that it takes 10 tens to make 100 box. And lastly, we have the 1,000 place value block. And in order to create a 1,000 place value block, you need 10 100s put together, make the 1,000 place value block. And it can also be drawn as a cube. We cannot draw it as a square because it might get confused with the 100. Now let's review how we can combine these place value blocks to represent a number. Sorry, went too fast.
We are taking a look at place value blocks. What are we looking at? You guessed it, place value blocks. Place value blocks are blocks that are used to represent a particular number amount. Here we see one green square. That square is representing ones. For each square, it means there is one. So here we have 1,
Where are they?
uh-oh, 1,
Oh, technology.
2, 3, 4, it didn't stick, 4, 5, count with me, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
We took 10 ones and placed them together. When we have 10, it makes a 10 bar.
See how we took
First, we
those
saw the
ones and made a
1
10?
box. The small green square represents 1. But when we put 10 together, then we have a 10 bar. So now we could count by tens.
Count with us.
This blue bar is representing tens. This is the tens place value block. So let's count by tens as we put the tens together. Ready? Count with me. 10,
10,
20,
20,
30,
30. I don't hear you counting.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80,
90.
90, 100. When we take 100 ones or 10 tens and put it together, now we have the place value block representing the 100. So when we see 1 square, it means 1. When we see 1 bar, it means 10. When we have 1 box, it means 100.
And boys and girls, think about if we had 10 hundreds. If we had 10 hundreds, we could make the 1,000 block. So Miss Ward just wanted to give you a quick review of how we can combine those place value blocks to compose numbers. How could we use pictorial models to represent numbers? That is our guiding question that we are looking at today, boys and girls. Look at this picture on the screen. Here, Miss Ward has used place value blocks to represent a number. What number do you see represented here? How can we find the answer? We start with the largest place value. So first we see 100 blocks. Let's count them and see if we can find our answer. How many hundreds do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 100 blocks, so I know I have 700 to start with. And then I see some 10 bars. So next I'm going to add those tens to find my answer. How many tens do you see? That is correct. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. And what number can we represent with 9 tens? Ding, 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 ding. You got it. We can represent 90 because that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So if we have 700s and 9 tens, what number did we represent? How much is 700 plus 90? Give yourself a fantastic if you said 790. Fantastic. Great work, boys and girls. Here we are representing the number 790. How would the number change if we add another 100? We started with 790. So if we add one more 100, you see here I added another 100. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800s instead of 700s. So when I add one more 100, how did my answer change? My tens stayed the same. I still have 9 tens. So instead of 790, you guys are so smart. I can never trick you. Now we have 890. So if I add one more 100, I would compose the number 890. Because I know if I did my expanded form, 800 plus 90 equals 890. Great work. So here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 again, plus my 90, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 890. If I have 890 and I add one more 10, what would my number change to? I could use a model to help me. If I start with 890, and then I add one more 10, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. Well, if you remember in that video we talked about, if we have 10 tens, we could put those tens together to create what? How could we compose those tens? 10 tens is the same as 100. So we could change that 10 tens into 100. So my answer would be, if I add 110 to 890, I have 900. And then we regrouped the tens. So instead of leaving it as 10 tens, we changed it to 100. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. The answer was 900. And now, boys and girls, it is time for you to try one on your own. First, we added another 100. Then we added another 10. I want you to look at this number. This number is 900. If I have 900 and I add one more 100, what is my answer going to be? That's what I want you to show me on your paper. First, draw 900. Use the 100 blocks to represent your number. Then add one more 100 to show me how your answer would change. Then once you find that answer, I want you to add 110 to your answer. And tell me what that answer would be. Make sure you use pictorial models to help you. That means I want to see an illustration on your paper. Show me how the answer would change if you added another 100. And then if you take that answer and add another 10. Ms. Ward is giving you time to copy it on your paper and begin working that problem. And then I'm going to give you some time to work it on your own. So today, boys and girls, we reviewed ways to represent numbers using pictorial models. We talked about how you can compose the place value blocks to create other representations using place value blocks. And now on your own, Ms. Ward said for you to add one more 100 to 900 and then add a 10 to your answer to find your answer. Thanks for joining us today. I can't wait to see you next time. Great work, boys and girls. Keep it up, mathematicians. See you soon.